So we're live, and in just a few minutes this is going to pop up to the top. So you're going to see our faces in just a few seconds. Just give it some time. I was working on something and I forgot to change it back to the... There. I think you can see our faces now. Maybe the delay was such that...
It just made us have a grand entrance.
I don't know that I would call that grand, but I do appreciate the fact that I'm already tired.
No.
I'm already tired.
No.
It's only 11:30 and I'm already tired.
No. That's not gonna work.
It's just the way it is.
We got like a whole day left. You can't even.
We have a whole day left. Well, welcome. Kabuki Kid is here, so we can start and get going.
Awesome.
So Kabuki is going to be moderating just a few people. Everybody can see and hear us, so that is that is good. Thank you for joining us here today. I tried to take the little black borders off of the bottom and off of the top, and I cropped it, but for some reason in my software it is not pulling over the crop into our live. So
I don't know.
I'll have to work with that later on. I'll have to work with that later on. It's not a huge deal, and I get it. We do have a neat little What
are you doing?
Right here. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh, there is a thing there.
It's a thing.
I see
it's
that.
It's an overlay. So, ooh, fancy.
Ooh la la.
Fancy.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yes, Kabuki Kid grants permission to begin.
Woo!
So we have liftoff from Mission Control. We are ready to go. I have...
Ouch. Oh, I didn't close that door. Didn't even close it.
I'm saying I'm tired. You're going ouch when you
move
your neck.
Stretching.
Yeah, close that door just in case it's bringing over any... Winterson is here. Hello, hello. Happy I haven't missed it. Yes! A logo thing. Yes, a logo overlay. So that is cool. We've had a day.
No, it's not even a day yet.
No, we have had already a day.
No.
I apologize.
It's
This is not.
Yeah, what are you doing?
This is not cool. I'm actually telling somebody what our channel is.
Oh.
So that
Flipside.
it's a buddy of mine. It's a buddy of mine that I know from church. I met him a couple of weeks ago at the Stronger Man conference.
Yes, I remember.
Because
Max.
he was Max. Yes, Max Polson.
Gotcha.
He was wearing. He was wearing a Games Workshop pendant on a necklace, and my buddy who played Northgard with us, he said, "Hey, you should go meet Max. He plays 40K," and he said he's got this pendant that I thought was a Legend of Zelda pendant. And he always gets that. He always gets that everybody thinks it's Zelda. So he'll get a kick out of the fact that you know it's 40K. So you should go say hi. So I went over, said hi to him, and I pointed at his pendant, and I was like, 40K. And he's like, yes! Finally somebody doesn't say it's Zelda. And so that was a cool connection that we were able to make a church. Guy, we've been going to church for the last couple of, 3 years almost for me, 2.5 for you.
Yeah.
And
we haven't met him yet.
Never met him. So it's cool. He's actually down in Bend, Oregon today. He said, watching a friend of his do a practice game for an Age of Sigmar tournament that he's going to in a couple of weeks.
So fun.
So he's down in Bend, Oregon, watching them, and I said, well, we're about to go live. He asked what the channel was, so I went ahead and sent it to him. That's why I was texting while live. I usually try not to do that.
Unless it's me.
Unless it's you.
Yes. He does
She
respond.
will frequently ping me when I'm doing those. All the pings and the unboxings, that's her.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell me when he was going to do a live, and then he goes...
Oh, it's not live. It's a recorded thing.
Yes!
So I could edit it out, but it usually pings right in the middle of a sentence, and I'm like, no, I'm not reshooting the whole thing for one sentence. So the ping stays in, and I get to share that with all of you guys.
It's me.
So
usually.
Not usually. The vast majority of those times are you. Very rarely is it anybody else.
Well, before he moved in, it was like, I don't know, 80 text messages back and forth before 7 a.m. At least.
Don't say back and forth. That was very much a one-way stream for most of that. Yes.
No, we didn't text one way.
In the morning?
In the morning, maybe.
In the morning, yes.
That was probably me.
In the morning. And then
Probably.
after I would wake up at 8 o'clock,
so
then it would start going back and forth. I'd wake up
his messages made me change what I call my phone. Because I call my phone Ting Ting. Mm-hmm. Because that's the sound his text messages say to me. They go ding ding.
Yeah.
So I frequently say, "Where's Ting Ting?"
Yes.
That's my phone.
So Winterson is here. Hello, hello. Blake, Jesse, why are you pointing at nothing?
See? Nothing.
This is true. Shut the door. Oh, he pulled it over. That was an unintentional crossover. Tom had a thing running on the Dice Tower for he probably still does.
Really? What is it?
Shut the door.
Shut the door, really?
And it's when he used to start doing things, he would, I can't remember, I think it was just his girls would leave the door open, or they would come in while he was recording, and he would say, shut the door. And he just kept that stuff in there. And I don't remember how it actually began, but it's something like that.
It's a Tom thing. And
so now we have an unintentional crossover with it.
We do.
We have the first shut the door that happened. So that's funny. You told us this story last time. Yes, I know. But there was a connection because he texted me and I was texting him back, and that's why. I'm not losing it.
That's my job.
we did have this discussion because she will frequently tell us a story that she has told us
100 times.
A million times before. And she'll go into it like, oh, did I tell you? And we were like, yes, you did. But that won't stop her. She'll keep going. And we'll have to listen to the whole story again. And it was like we were in the car and all the kids were
they
like...
all go, we've all heard this story. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, her kids were like, yeah, Mom, you do that. And Aiden was like,
yeah,
yep,
you do that.
Jess, you do that. And I was like, see, I'm not crazy.
I never said you
You aren't crazy either. But you love telling stories repeatedly.
I do.
Let's see here. Does getting pinged hurt? No, it doesn't doesn't. You could silence your phone for recording. It's not my phone! I have my phone silenced, but I have this laptop and I have that laptop, and they're connected to this thing, and I have this. You can't see it, but it is silenced. I always have this silenced, but my computers are not always silenced. I have the one that I'm over here with. This one's silenced because this is the one that I use for live streams, and you have to silence this one. Even sometimes on some of the lives, you'll hear a ding, and it's that laptop over there that's dinging it. And I'm like, man, I forgot to silence that thing over there because I usually don't use it. It's not my phone that's pinging me. It's my computers that are pinging me, and I don't always remember. This one is always silenced. I very rarely have this not silenced.
That's weird, I know.
Because I will forget to do it in church. I'll forget to do it when I'm sitting in a doctor's office or whatever it might be. So I always keep this one silenced. My alarm doesn't obey the silence, which is strange.
No, it's a setting.
Is it supposed to be that way?
It's a setting, yeah.
Okay, I don't remember setting it that way. But anyway, I do have my phone silenced. It's my computer that pings me whenever she texts me. Let's see here. Sam the Zoomer. I guess that means that I need to... I don't know what that means. What's a Zoomer? Did she mean to say boomer? Because boomer would make sense, you know.
You're not a boomer generation, actually.
I know I'm not, but I'm acting like one in context because they're like, you can silence your phone. We got to teach you how to use your phone, you boomer.
Yes,
that's probably what she meant to say, I guess. So Jessie would text you every detail about her day.
Would? Question mark? Still.
Still does. Well, not every detail. There's a lot she leaves out now, but...
Yeah.
And it's usually not her entire day. It's just that when she's awake and nobody else is, she's got to talk to somebody or something.
Yes, I do. I'll talk to the dog. I'll talk to the dishes. I'll talk to Sam. But, you know that scene in Frozen where the sun's up, I'm up? Yeah, that's me.
Yes. Yeah, she often wakes the sun up. Nudges it, says, hey, come on.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Sounds like Tintin.
Tintin.
Ting ting Tintin.
Tintin.
Tom abandoned it a few years back. Sort of sad. Oh. Tom refuses to say shut the door down. Well, that's unfortunate. That was like his thing.
He actually refuses.
He probably has something to say now that replaces it. It began when he was recording and one of his kids walked in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I figured it was. I have no memory as to what game it was, but it was way back. Yes, it was in Korea. I do remember that. It was in.
Oh, it was when
you were in Korea? when he was in Korea and I was in Korea too. But when he was recording videos back when he started in Korea, which was
a long time ago.
It's long. It's a lot longer than it feels like. I'll put it that way.
Right.
I mean, it feels like yesterday, but man alive, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
A Zoomer is Gen Z. See, we learned something new.
See.
I don't pay attention to all that stuff. I laugh at the occasional millennial joke, and I look it up every once in a while, just so that, that's not the kind of stuff that my brain retains. I don't retain a lot nowadays.
I think it's interesting that before our current generations, there were no names of generations. It was, Baby Boomer was the only one that ever had a name.
And the baby boomers are the ones that happened after all the soldiers started coming back from World War II,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Yes. And before that, it was just the people before me, like my grandparents or your parents, or there was no name of generations.
I think, I get that, but I think...
I mean, there wasn't like civil babies or, Civil War babies. Like I'm trying to say, like there wasn't.
Or the uncivil babies.
There is that.
There are a lot of uncivil babies out there.
Like before this, there was no separation of generations verbally as a name. It was just.
Baby boomers the start of that?
Baby boomers was the start of that. Before that, it was maybe you don't understand because you're older. They would say because you're older or. You didn't grow up with that or something, but...
The World War II game was retroactively called The Greatest Generation.
Yes,
after Brokaw's book. Right. No, I get that. But yeah, I guess it was the baby boomers.
Yeah, I don't think there was...
But I guess the baby boomers started because the Greatest Generation was the one that was starting that boom of babies. So the baby boomers, the Greatest Generation was the first, I guess.
And then the baby boomers.
And then the baby boomers, and then whatever. But I guess it's cool. Well, maybe it's not cool, because I was about to say it's cool to categorize, but maybe that's unfair. Because not all millennials act like the stereotypical millennial. Not all Gen Zers act like the typical Gen Zers, but... So, I don't know. I think it's an interesting conversation point to start from, which will open up the conversation to talk about how generations act differently.
Sure.
But maybe we don't need to pigeonhole people. Post-war baby boom. Not true. You had the silent generation before the baby boomers, then Greatest Generation, then Lost Generations.
What was the
silence
generation?
That... Gen Z got named in 1991 or something. I forget exactly when.
Right.
I mean Gen X. Gen X got
right.
Okay.
Maybe there always were. I just never knew.
Blake.
Before.
I've never heard of that before, Blake. I never heard of the silent generation.
What is that?
Never heard of the Lost Generation. That I apologize, Blake, but my my BS meter's going off. I think that might be something he's joking about.
Really?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I've never heard of that before, but so my red flags are going up, but they may be false alarms.
Okay, I want to learn about that.
I just haven't heard of that before, so it's all good, bro. I'm not worried about it. But Silent Generation is just a World War II game, according to Wikipedia. Well, heavens to Betsy.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, that's cool. I'll have to look that up later. I'm not going to do it now, but. That's interesting. According to Wikipedia, he used
other names of other generations.
He used the W. So,
all right.
I used to tell kids. I used to tell kids when I was a teacher that they could not use
we did
Wikipedia
the same. Yeah, we did the same
as a source for their term papers.
Yep.
Because it was, I guess it's more reliable now because of everybody coming in and fact checking everything and providing citations and all that kind of stuff. But. I used to tell them that they could not use just Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So, the Silent Generation, also known as the Traditionalist Generation, is the Western demographic cohort following the Greatest Generation and preceding the Baby Boomers. The generation is generally defined as people born from 1928 to 1945.
1928 to 1945. Why were they called the Silent Generation?
Depends on what you're getting from Wikipedia. That is true.
Totally.
That is true as well. But when you're talking to a bunch of high schoolers that are just trying to get a term paper turned in,
nothing counts. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I found it on the internet. It must be true. I'm going to put it in there. And then I had one dude. I still love him to death. He and one of my other female students actually got married, and they've just had their first baby. So it's cool, but. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he actually turned in. He actually turned in an article that he just click, drag, copy, and pasted into a Word document. Email links, like web links, everything still there, and I was like. Dude, you didn't even try to make this look like...
like you put effort in.
I mean, it was literally copy and pasted.
That's funny.
It was funny. I graduated from high school in 2019. You
Babies.
are a child, Blake. We still welcome you here. But, wow, you make me feel old. Graduated from high school in 2019.
Yeah.
I graduated in 1992.
He's a baby.
And you graduated in...
A long time before that?
No.
1989.
It wasn't a long time.
89?
It's 3 years.
I graduated in 1989. We'll just put that out there. 1989. I graduated in 1989.
Okay.
I swear to you I did. Do the math.
Well, they say the memory is the first thing to go.
89.
Kabuki graduated in 88.
Ooh, nice.
Older than both of you.
A lot of my friends were.
I once used one assignment for 2 classes. I don't think that's a problem.
I think I've done that too.
I don't think that's a problem because if it's your work, you're not plagiarizing it for the other class.
Right.
It's still your work. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. I think that's efficiency. That's efficiency. That's not cheating. Not from me. Not from me. If I was
my paper.
If I was one of your teachers, I would have said, "Good job getting work. Streamlining your work and getting two jobs done with one effort." I would have commended you on that. I don't know how your teachers would looked at it though. Let's see here. DB Piper says, "Oh, we got some other stuff. I'm missing.
You're probably missing a bit.
No, not a whole lot. Blake says there was a kid in one of my class freshman year that literally copied and pasted an entire Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
The dude that I'm talking about was
same.
it wasn't Wikipedia, it was an article from another thing because it was for a Bible class or something to that effect. It was for a Bible class. So But it was like their senior final project. I'm like, dude, you're gonna like almost fail the class now because you decided to be a dork and not do a minimal amount of work just to make sure you got a D or a C. He still passed. He still did fine because he was good at a lot of other things. Did not want to put the time into a term paper though. Robert Newman. Robert is the guy that sent us the Angel books.
Oh yeah.
The books. Robert says, Jessie, what is your favorite game and game style? The floor is yours, madam.
I still say Hogwarts Battle. I didn't say a battle. I just want you to know. I know.
This is progress. People.
I've played that probably the longest. My favorite game style. I really like games that we can play as a family, but I don't have a set style. We do.
No set mechanism is your favorite?
Not really, no. I just like a good game. Like, it depends. I like...
You do tend to lean toward deck builders.
I like the deck builders. I like
That's what Hogwarts is. You know
yeah,
that.
I know that.
You know that, but... so you tend to lean towards those kinds of things.
Yeah, but I don't know that I have a set mechanism that's really like, oh my gosh, I gotta play that. I'll just play.
Yeah, she is very, very omni-gamerish as far as
yeah,
that's
I'll just play, whatever.
Talk about lazy plagiarism. That's a riot. Yes. As she's talking about Blake's comment. DB Piper, hi Sam Jessie. Since you both have gender-neutral names, do people ever confuse who is who?
Well, I hope not.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think we ever have.
I mean, maybe if you just saw on emails but hey, it's Sam and Jessie. I don't know, but I think everyone knows who we are. When I was growing up, people always used to say, "Well, your name is short for Jessica," because this is early '80s, and I was like,
"Nope, her parents were hippies.
My name is Jessie."
Yep, her parents were hippies. They're not.
And my sister's name is Emma, and they would say, "Oh, your sister must be Emily," and it was like Jessica and Emily, and I was like, "Nope, Emma and Jessie."
What's your middle name?
It rhymes with table. My middle name is Mabel.
Mabel.
I was named after my great-grandmother. She was Jessie Mabel, so I'm Jessie Mabel.
I have a different theory.
And I misspelled my own name until I was like 14. Because I'd never seen it written. I just knew what it sounded like, and it rhymes with table. So I spelled it like table. M-A-B-L-E. But it's actually Mabel, M-A-B-E-L. I didn't know that until I was like 14.
I have a different theory. I think they named... What was it? A donkey? Or
we had a dog.
A dog.
We had a dog named Mabel.
So I have a theory. Was the dog older than you?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
He wasn't around when you were a kid?
Nope. We got Mabel when I was like 10, 8, 6. I don't know how old I was when I got
Jury's still out on that one, folks. Let's see here. All right, so that's there. So to answer your question, DB Piper, no, there's usually not a confusion on who is who, but that's a valid question. Fedigator, Sam, have you ever listened to a metal band Sabaton, or Sabaton? I don't know how to pronounce that. That should answer your question. No, I haven't. Not that I know of. I may have heard some of their songs, but all of their songs are based on historical events battle. They are lit fire. So I'll check them out.
Nice.
I'll check them out. That's an interesting connection between history and metal. I think that's cool.
I don't have a notebook today.
Nah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We once went to a restaurant that a photo of my mom's high school graduation. That had a photo of my mom's high school graduation. Cool. Wow.
That's cool.
Huh. Did she not know? I guess she didn't know that the picture was there.
You wouldn't know.
Not. They thought it was smart using the same assignment for 2 classes.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I think I've done it.
When we were taking the SAT, someone got caught cheating. That's dumb.
That's terrible.
Long Gamer is here. Hello, hello, hello. Steph is here as well. Good to see you guys. Kabuki Kid says, amusingly, I have a cat named Sam. It is a female, Samantha. My cats are Sam and Max, both girls, Samantha and Maxine.
We have a cat named Max. And
he's a boy. Yeah, I had a
cat named Sam before
I was not named after the cat. I was named Sam long before her Sam existed.
And he was Sammy, technically.
Sammy Cat.
Sammy Cat.
I had a girl in my youth group that whose name was Samantha, but she went by Sam.
Oh, nice.
So I used to always joke it was my name first. So I'm just letting you use it.
Oh yeah, you did that at preschool too.
Yeah,
and he was confused.
Yeah, he was. He was like, and then he was like correcting me. No, my name is actually.
My name is.
Because he's a Indian boy, and his name is like really long.
But he goes by Sam.
But he just goes by Sam. So
Sam
he's
said
like,
that
well,
was
my name is actually. This kid is so
smart.
cute.
He's
he
smart.
sits there, and instead of going outside to play, he sits there and reads the dictionary.
He's 5.
But he's 5 and he can read the dictionary.
He's 5.
I'm like, dude, you are a couple years ahead.
He is pretty funny.
So there you go. Some people will get the Sam and Max reference. Yes, we do. I think Sam and Max. That's is that a video game reference? I think it is. I could be wrong. They are sisters, by the way. Oh, got them at the same time.
Cute.
What's Sam's middle name? If you're talking to me, my middle name is Lordon. Lordon. And my mom gave me that middle name. That middle name is actually her doctor's last name. Because who delivered me, took care of her in the hospital. She had a lot of complications. She actually contracted lupus as a result of the birth, my birth. And he was a military doctor. And this is back when military doctors were not really known for bedside manner or being good in any way, shape, or form. And he was like over and above good. So she decided to honor him and thank him by giving his last name as my middle name. So my mom and dad decided to do that together. So that was a cool thing. So yeah, that's where
it's a unique middle name.
And a lot of people, Maximus Decimus Meridius, yes. That's what I call Max all the time. Because I'm like, they kept calling, oh, Maxie.
I do call him
Maxie. And I'm like, I was like, you're going to hurt his feelings. He's a guy. So I started calling him Maximus Decimus Meridian.
His real name is Maxim. If you want to know.
Maxim?
His kitty birth certificate says Maxim.
You have a birth certificate for your cat?
No, I have his pedigree papers.
Oh, pedigree papers. Wow. Indeed. Blake trying to social engineer Sam here. I hope not. I don't even know what that means. Amusingly, I had a great-grandmother named Mabel.
Yeah. See?
I'm named after an island.
An island?
Blake? Blake Island?
Blake Island? That is a thing. It's in Washington, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. Sam, what is a historical moment or event that you would like to see as a board game?
Ooh, I like this.
An historical event or moment that you would like to see as a board game.
Ooh, there's so many.
Man, why are you stumping me, Robert? Historical event. See, here's the thing. Most of the ones that I would probably think of already have a game.
Right, right.
Because they're that big.
Right.
They're that big of a
Sign
moment.
the
They're that
Constitution
big of an event or something to that effect.
Okay, so what would you choose that hasn't been made a game of?
You know, you just mentioned the Declaration.
Right.
But they already have a game that's about the congregating of the people to sign the Declaration. But I don't know that they have one that's like...
I don't know.
The actual event of...
What event?
Man, I'm going to have to think about that and come back to it, I think,
question.
Robert. That's a super...
That's a really, really good question.
That requires some thought.
Historical moment.
Requires some thought.
What you want a game made out of?
Does it have to be a real life event, or
well, you said historical.
No, I know, but there's like alternative history as well. Like it's based on history, but it's an alternative like route. If this would have happened, then this could have happened.
I think it would have been. I mean, I'm just thinking of what historical events, not only the ones that everyone, but some things that they might not think of that might make for an interesting game.
How about, this is just out there, so it might be a super bad idea, and it probably won't sell at all in Germany. But
oh, did you say it? Don't say it. I don't know.
No. I was thinking Hitler killed himself. So what if we made a game about the people who are in Hitler's bunker, and they are trying to keep him from killing himself so that he can face justice for the crimes that he committed. That would be an interesting game, I think. You have to keep Hitler alive so that he can face justice. That might be interesting. I don't know. That might be a little bit out there, too.
I was thinking more local. Like the Seattle fire. How could your buildings be saved in the Seattle fire? Or the earthquake? Oh, shut up.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
so terrible. You're so terrible.
We were just talking about this because we were talking about this because what were we doing? Talking about
Washington. I was talking about Washington yesterday. I was probably telling a story that they'd already heard before.
She has a vast wealth of, like, she could probably get a job with the
Washington Tourism Association.
Yeah,
I would love
Parks
that.
and Registration.
Oh, is that
or
a
whatever,
thing? I would love that.
For being a tour guide.
I would love
about
that.
almost
Love
anywhere in Washington State. She has a vast knowledge of information. So she was telling me about how there were 4 cities that were all vying for control to be the Washington State capital.
Right.
Olympia, Seattle, Spokane,
and Ellensburg.
And Ellensburg, of all places.
They
in
all
the middle
built
of
governor's
nowhere.
mansions and were ready to be the capital.
Yeah, and so they were...
3 of them had a fire the same year.
3 of them, and then...
The only one
3 out of the 4.
3 out of the 4. The only one that didn't was Olympia, and Olympia became the capital.
You know something bad happened there.
The Seattle fire
almost
took out all of Seattle. The Ellensburg fire, the Spokane fire, took them out.
Something happened there. That's just my...
See, so what if you were to make it about...
Yes, that's a good...
Right? Like, the cities are going to burn, you got to... I don't know how that makes a game, but... That's just because we were just talking about it.
Yeah, that would be cool, too. Let's see. Sam and Max, point-and-click style adventure game with a dog and a rabbit. Yep, nice. I knew it. That's what I figured. Fetigator says they are great. They do a separate video for each song telling the story. Start with Carolus Rex, Primo Victoria, The Christmas Truce, World War One, D-Day.
Oh, the Christmas Truce would be cool. That's a good one.
Yeah. Don't confuse the preschoolers, Sam.
I know. He really did.
Oh, believe me. I don't think I confused him. He was just like, he rose above.
Your name? You mean your...
He says, Sam my name isn't actually your name. My name is this. And I was like, you got it, bro. Sam and Max, okay. Sam and Cat, who gets that reference?
Sam and Cat.
Sam and Cat, I don't know. Side note, I would love to see the Queen's Gambit reprinted with the Matrix theme. Huh. That would be a fantastic game and awesome components. All right, Queen's Gambit is based on Star Wars Episode 1, where the droid army is attacking the Royal Palace on Naboo.
Okay.
And then there's the Jedi battle, and then there's the between Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan. And then there's the space battle with all of the Naboo fighters, with the Droid Federation ship, and then there's also a palace fight. So Queen's Gambit, you have 3 fields of battle. It's a lot like, it's actually based on the same system as Memoir 44. Where you have 3 fields of battle, and you have to play a card into that field of battle.
Okay.
Then you have the Jedi battle that's kind of separate. But the 3 fields of battle are the droid battle between the droid army and the Gungans, the palace between the guards and the droids, and then you have the space battle. So you have those 3 fields of battle, but then you also have the Jedi battle going on, and some of the cards that you play into these other things affect the Jedi battle as well. If Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan defeat Darth Maul, they can join and help in the palace.
Oh, that's cool.
But if Darth Maul defeats, then he comes and helps, and then he rips and shreds. So it's a really cool battle. But he's saying, I would like to see how Robert would translate that over into the Matrix. I wonder what the 3 fields of battle would be for the Matrix Gambit.
The real world, the Matrix, and the... I don't know.
Let's see. Blake Island is in Kitsap County.
Yeah, that's what I said, in Washington.
Sam and Cat was a Nickelodeon show that had Sam from iCatie and Cat from Victorious. Oh, iCarly, not iCatie. Yeah. I actually watched iCarly for a little bit because her brother I found hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found her brother hilarious. I could not have cared about the rest of the show at all.
But you found her brother very funny.
Her brother was super funny.
Huh.
Or maybe I'm getting those confused. I don't know. A game about congregating sounds amazing. I think a cool hidden movement game would be an assassination attempt on Reagan. And could you keep the president alive or not? That would be cool.
That would be kind of neat.
Hitler killed himself the game. Why can't I type today? I don't know, Blake. Tell him cheery stories to boost his mood. No, it's just that you gotta, he wants to, Hitler. The thing I thought was he wants to kill himself to avoid all of the crap that's heading his way now. So, you as the players have to keep him alive so that he must face. I don't know how it would work. It doesn't seem like it would work thematically, but it could be a speculation game as well. Like what if game based on historical events. Yeah, I'd play a Seattle Fire game. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Krakatoa the game. You set up your pieces, then everything explodes, and you pack everything up. The Seattle Fire started from an overturned glue pot, and the causes of the other 2 are unknown. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Somebody mistakenly or accidentally kicked over a glue pot, and we don't know how the other 2 fires started. Something went down there. That's my aluminum hat moment right there. That's the conspiracy theory. Did you see I saw a picture I thought was pretty funny. Somebody put in a grocery store all the aluminum foil, free hat included in every box.
Oh yeah.
Thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Things that make you go That's what that is. See, the best thing about episode 1 was video games that came out of this, and the Queen Gambit board game. I disagree slightly with that, and I'm not getting into a huge thing here, but I actually enjoyed. I don't know. I enjoyed all the Star Wars movies. I still go back and I enjoy a lot of the Star Wars movies. There are the cringy moments. Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, It's spaceships, blasters, and lightsabers and Jedi.
You were going to switch your shirt.
Yeah, I forgot. It's okay.
Next time.
Yep, next time. I mean, I changed my shirt.
I was only commenting on it because you were talking about Star Wars blasters.
Have you seen the movie A Sound of Freedom yet? The movie was so good. Yes, we have. We went on July 4th. We went instead of going to see fireworks. What a freaking eye-opener that movie was.
It was so
I mean, look, okay, it's not a complete eye-opener because we know this kind of stuff happens. To give context, background, actually, if you haven't heard of Sound of Freedom, you probably should have because it actually beat the new Indiana Jones movie out this last weekend for being the highest grossing movie of July 4th weekend.
It was
so anyway.
So good.
It's a story about Tim Ballard. And the only reason I remembered his last name is because Ballard is the ambulance.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and we know the story
there's
about
an ambulance company in town, and their last name is Ballard. Anyway, so Tim Ballard is the guy who started an organization that goes and tries to rescue children that are caught up in child trafficking circles. And
so good.
It was such a good movie. Jim Caviezel does an amazing job.
It was so good. We actually brought the kids.
Yeah, we took all three of our kids with us because we figured it's about human trafficking of children. So yeah, it's a sensitive subject for kids, but it's something that they need to have their eyes open to because part of the intro of the movie is like surveillance camera footage of kids just getting snatched. Like, boom, they're gone. That's how fast it was. Now, the movie goes on to focus on, like rings of things that are, planned and they're...
It was so good.
It's a very good movie. We don't want to give away too much. But
just go see it.
Yeah, go see the movie. It's a huge stay for the message at the end as well. At the end of the credits, it'll actually give you a timer. When the credits start rolling, it'll say special message in 2 minutes.
I liked that.
Stay for that special message.
That's super good.
Because it packs a punch. It super packs a punch. But it's a great show.
I liked it a lot. Great
show. A humbling show. A sombering show. It's well done. The acting is good. It's a good action movie, but that's not really what makes it a good show. The message that it carries with it, and how well they did in communicating that message, I think is the better thing that makes it a good movie.
It was really good.
But yes, the
it was good. It was super good.
Very good. We have
go see Matrix it. Sound of Freedom. Go see it.
I've met Darth Maul. Cool dude. Yeah. The guy that played.
Yeah, I know. I gathered that.
He's really
I'm not
short.
that naive.
He's really short.
Is he really?
Yeah. Really short. He has a really weird sounding voice. They had to dub over his voice. Yeah, because they didn't want Darth Maul to sound like Ray Park, I think his name is Ray Park. I can't remember his name. Yeah, Ray Park isn't right. That was the guy who sang Ghostbusters, I think. I can't remember. But you never know with my mind. Let's see. Blake Cavany says Jerry Traynor was Spencer on iCarly and Crazy Steve on Drake and Josh. Yes. Yes, that's the guy I'm talking about. Loved his parts in those shows. Robert Newman, Matrix, Gambit. Okay, so these are the 3 different fields. The Battle of Zion versus the Machines. That's cool. The spaceship running back to Zion to use the EMP while being chased by the droids. And then Neo versus Agent Smith would be the 3 different fields. Okay, that works. I can see that. That works. Sure. Jessica Davis is here. Hello, Jessica.
We miss you.
Yeah. Is there a JFK assassination game?
I thought of that as a historical event too, but that gets a little political.
I don't know. I would imagine there is. I would imagine there is, but I don't know. Be honest with you, I haven't ever asked that question. Let's go down. Let's see if somebody else said something in it. Blake said I'd play it. Kabuki said I enjoyed episode 1, but it wasn't as good as I was hoping. I get that, but I will say this. I don't know what I was hoping for, so I don't know if it lived up to the hype that I was wanting. I was just super excited to have Star Wars back in the theaters again. That's what I was super excited about. I actually camped out overnight to buy my tickets.
Did you?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Now, I didn't set up camp 2 weeks ahead of time like some people do, but I camped out overnight. And I actually took, that was the first movie my oldest son, Michael, went to go see.
Oh, that's cool.
He was only like a week and a half old.
Oh, no. That doesn't count.
We had earmuffs on.
Yeah.
Had his head wrapped so that the sound, we were on the front row because that's all that was left. But that's the first movie theater that my son was in the movie theater with us to see. Let's see here. It had good stuff in it, so I try to focus on the good stuff I like in it. Yeah, I'm a Star Wars nerd. So I am too, but I'm not to the point where I'm like super over the top. Well, why did they do this? And why did they do that? I will say that I was pissed in episode 7 when a certain thing happened in episode 7. I was super pissed. But I understand why it happened. And I'm not going to say why, because I think people who know me know who my favorite character in the Star Wars universe is. And I was super pissed when that happened. Super pissed. But I understood why it happened. I wanted to throat punch Kylo Ren. But anyway. Ray Parker Jr. saying, yeah. Ray Parker Jr. So Ray Park was Death Maul. Okay, so I had right. Ray Parker Jr. was the Ghostbusters. Okay, good. I was walking around with my laptop. I fail when I try to be hasty. So she was having trouble typing.
Yes, I gotcha.
Wow, typing and walking with a laptop. That's.
I can't even type right now.
I liked Indy 5 quite a lot, but learned it cost nearly $300 million to make, which is insane. Wow. I am far from shocked that it won't make that back. Yeah, that's probably true. Blake, we already read that. Which ripped off the bass line from Huey Lewis's "I Want a New Drug."
What did the song? Wait. Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh, wait. Oh, maybe. I can almost hear them. I feel like "I Want a New Drug" was a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Hey, Sam and Jessie. Hello, everyone. Matthew Rose is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. I'm upset I never got to meet Peter Mayhew. That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Doing prequels is always an issue because it's so hard to make it have a proper tension because you know how it's going to end up and who is going to live. Yeah. Kills the tension. It does, but the thing I like about prequels is it tells the story of how. Mm-hmm. Not just what, but how. Mm-hmm. You already know the what, and this is the how. And that's what I like about prequels, how it came about, That's why I kind of had a issue with rooting for Anakin in the prequels.
Right,
because you knew he was about to turn bad. You knew it, but my thing, the tension for me was, when's that going to happen?
Right.
When does it click?
When does he switch?
And that was the tension for me. I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know how. So that's what I always usually go to. Best job I've ever seen doing a prequel is the Andor series. I liked the Andor series, but I did not like the first 3.5 episodes of it. Because the first 3.5 episodes of Andor was, here's Andor walking menacingly down
a hallway.
Oh, he's angry. Look at him brood. And then, he talks for somebody for a little bit in a shadow. And then, now he's walking down the docks and with music playing in the background. And it's like so much of that, just him walking around. And I'm like, I feel like a stalker. I feel like I'm stalking Andor here. And it's not okay. But after it started picking up, I will say that was a cool background story for Andor. Yeah. But I will say this, out of all the characters in Rogue One, Andor? I mean, I guess Rogue One was a backstory of the main character of Rogue One.
A Chewbacca backstory. How did he become a...
Well, you got a little bit of that in Solo.
Right.
You got where he was like, because the Empire kind of treated...
Yeah.
The Empire treated... No, I'm not giving spoilers.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
But, okay.
I was going to say, I think you might kill me if I say I don't remember seeing Solo.
No, we'll just have to watch it again.
I'm up.
Which I'm good for it.
Let's do that.
The Empire treated Wookiees as like slave labor because they were super good at fixing things and technology and all this other kind of stuff. That's why Chewie was always working on the Falcon and not Han, because Han was okay with it, but Chewie was better at it. And so the Empire actually enslaved the Wookiees, and that's part of the thing about the Wookiees fighting back. But so yeah, it would be cool to kind of see how.
Right, because there was another.
Chewie,
there was a battle Wookiee that showed up in one of the other series.
Oh yeah, with Boba Fett.
Yes. So I'm like, I kind of want to know, like, where'd they come from? Where were they warrior people? Were they?
They did a Christmas special back in the day.
I know.
Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
I have.
Stay away.
I have.
So sometimes it's better not knowing every detail of someone's history. This is correct. Having some mysteries is sometimes best. I get it. Ed Sheeran just was a lawsuit claiming he ripped off Marvin Gaye. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Let's see here. He won because it's a common chord progression. There's 30 cases of it being used before the Marvin Gaye song. So, yeah. When we talk about Star Wars, thoughts about the Outer Rim expansion. Haven't played it yet. I have added, I'm looking at the box. I have it kind of as a decoration on my wall. I included the stuff in the other, in the core box. So I haven't played it yet. But I talked to a buddy that did play it at Origins, and he was very happy with it. One of the things that I've always said about the game, you can do things in Outer Rim that are like how things went in the movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Or in the TV series, or whatever character you might be talking about, which is cool. I like it when you can do that in a game. You can say, like, for example, the first time I played Outer Rim, I was able to get Han and Chewie in the Falcon, and it had some modifications and quad laser cannons and fitted out, and so I was able to put that together.
That's cool.
And so I like it when games do that. So I'm sure from talking with my friend, Unfinished Business just kind of expands the ability to do that. You can they're still talking about Marvin Gaye and
Ed Sheeran.
And Ed Sheeran, yeah. As a singer, I wasn't surprised. Ed won. Yes, they have the same chord progression, but they're dramatically different. Boba Fett, another series that had good spots, but was overall sort of disappointing.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I wasn't ever really a big, huge Boba Fett fan. I liked him more as you were talking about earlier, that mysterious character that's kind of in the background as a bounty hunter. But I liked more of the fact that it was less about his history and more about what has happened since Jedi.
Yeah.
Since him going into the Sarlacc pit.
Right, what happened after
It was more about what happened to him after that.
Right.
So it was more of a progression story and not a go back and do it. Hey Sam, Wookiee back in San Antonio. Wookie back in San Antonio anytime soon? No, I won't be back in San Antonio anytime soon. That I'm planning, at least. There's always a possibility that I'll pop in for something, but I'm not planning it in the near future. We have a lot of other things that we're planning right now, and all of those things cost money. So San Antonio is not falling into that diagram right now, but it could at any time. Just focused on music when analyzing that. I felt it was pretty dead on. Okay. Ice Ice Baby and Under Pressure. Okay, well, to quote Vanilla Ice, the original track was dun no 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 no. Ice Ice Baby is dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So there's that little upstroke beat that's in Ice Ice Babies that apparently changes his beat to what the original bass line was. So it's not exactly the same.
I'm not musical.
Whatever. It was cheap. From Vanilla Ice. Can't respect it. That's just what Vanilla Ice said. He now actually owns a business that...
renovations or something?
He flips houses.
Yeah.
He owns a flip housing business. So he buys high-end homes, renovates them, and flips them. And makes a ton of cash on it. He's really good at it. There was I don't remember the name of the TV series, but he had a whole season.
Yeah, I remember.
Where I watched it, and it was actually pretty cool just to see him not in his Vanilla Ice.
Just as a guy.
Just as a dude, has his own business, and does a good job at it. So I thought that was a cool thing. Ice Ice Baby. Dun, 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 dun.
Zumba remix.
No Zumba. Stop. We're moving on. I also hate sampling in songs, so I'm not the one to tolerate it. Kabuki says, "Yep, that is true." All right, we are actually at the bottom. We're at the bottom.
That's
we actually
great.
Caught up. So
what do you want to talk about?
That means that we can kind of move on. We will come back to
we're here.
Little chat things here. We're still going to be checking the chat, but we're going to move on to unboxing some stuff that we got in the mail.
In the mail.
Yeah, in the mail first.
You did not dress that
I know you don't want to show. You don't want to show. Well, this kind of shows where it's from, but we're not going to show you the other side because that has our address on it, and we don't want to do that. I don't think that we ever will, but I don't want it to be one of those things where we get swatted. And I know I'm like making you nervous, aren't I?
You're kind of. Your trusty grapefruit knife is failing you right now.
No, it's not. It provided enough of an end for me to do this. So. Rawr!
You're all right over there,
that. Boxo stuff. All right. They did tape the mess out of this. So Mantic Games sent me this box and they taped the crud out of it. Oh, I even cut through the cardboard. Look at that.
Well,
trusty grapefruit knife didn't do anything. All right. So there's a couple of things in here. Neato Frito.
My.
Okay. Well. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. They sent me. Okay. Cool. All right. So this is a little dice game. The people at Mantic decided to send me a couple of their dice games. And they have a dice game that's in the Hellboy universe. And I've never played it before. And I like the Hellboy universe. But they also have a Walking Dead dice game and an Invincible dice game. These are both from Skybound Entertainment comic book series. And I have very little, I mean, I know about the IPs, but I never played the dice game from Hellboy. we're going to keep these.
These
are nice little bubble wrap packages.
Put 'em over here.
There you go. So we'll go down to part 2 here. And I'm going to actually open one of these.
2 of these.
Go ahead and yeah, I know. You got 2 of each.
Oh.
I don't know why there's 2 of each though. So
Is there,
maybe there's like a need to have 2 to play up to a certain number of players or something to that effect.
how good's your German?
I really don't know. Oh, they send us German versions? No, these are.
No, because I think this is just the translation of the exciting push your luck dice game set in the
that's what it is. Yeah, it's in different languages. Okay, got it. All right.
I was a little worried there. I'm like, how good's your German?
Well,
mine is
nicht gut.
Das ist nicht sehr good.
All right,
Ich spreche
so
nicht good Deutsch.
just give an idea of what's in here. Oh, what in the world is going on with that? Hopefully
What is
that's
that?
not.
Oh, is that the logo? Oh.
No, that's not the logo. It's something. Oh, I still have it on. We're looking at the viewfinder that's turned around.
I can't figure out what's
I have it. I still have it set on. Whatchamacallit?
I don't know.
Autofocus. Or
Something.
focus assist or something like that. Anyway, here's the rules. So it looks like super simple rules. So that's another thing about the game. This isn't like a huge game that's going to be like super thinky and all that other kind of stuff. It just has some dice. You roll some dice, and that's the idea behind the game, I think. So we'll see. But I really like these dice. These are nice custom dice. That's pretty cool. And there's some.
Oh, look at it! There's a whole lot of blanks. That's cool. I'm super excited about that.
There's a lot of blanks. That's what makes
cool.
it cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't
Might
see
be missing a lot. Is that what you're saying? So
I feel like I would be
of
missing
counters
something.
here, and you have a whole bunch of different things that are going on. But looking at this, we're gonna be taking a look at it later on. But we just got it. Thought we'd do this. I'm not gonna open both of them, but because it doesn't look there's a whole bunch of yeah, just showing different. There's Coral. So just showing you some of the different artwork that's in the game. But this is all taken from the. It looks like it's all taken from the comic book, and it looks like they've. Oh, there's some different ones. So, you know, I've read not all of the comic books. There's some special effects on some of these cards, so there's that as well. But anyway, the card quality is good. Oh, there's Negan. Negan. The governor. Carl. So, it looks like an interesting kind of game. 40 exploration cards, 3 plastic, wound cubes, that's what these are. And then a whole bunch of dice. Looks like 11, 12, 13 dice.
Nice.
That are here as well. So, neato Frito. You also need some paper, pen, and pencil to keep track of everyone's scores.
Cool.
So that's an interesting thing. I'm looking forward to giving this one a whirl. I'm not expecting a whole lot of it. I mean, it's a dice game, so I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I'm not expecting it to be bad. I'm just saying that I'm going into it with an open mind because it's a dice game that there's not going to be a whole lot of depth to it that I know of. But I'm not trying to prejudge it at all. I just want to keep my mind open. And I do like the 2 IPs that I got. I only watched about half the season of the Netflix series of Invincible. It was a little bit of a... what do you call it? It's kind of a... Invincible is kind of... risque is not really the right word. Gritty is probably a better...
Gritty.
Yeah, more of a gritty superhero type series where there's... I just want to show some of the cards. That's where the artwork is. But I think the dice are going to be about the same. Yeah, everything as far as the dice is the same here, but the artwork on the cards is going to be different. So let's see how that looks. So, ooh, he's a nasty fella. Again, there we go. So, a lot of different things out here. So, I'm just trying to show you what some of these things look like for... There's some of the different characters, I guess. But you kind of get the idea.
Oh, cool.
You kind of get the idea, right? Ooh, that's a nasty FUD. Special effects.
Wow.
Knockout. See, there's a lot of blood in the... So it's like a more realistic superhero movie. Like, the superheroes can get hurt. They're not like you know, super so strong that they can't be hurt by anything.
Right.
So that kind of gives you an idea of what that's going to be from as well. So
nice.
I'm going to be looking into these in the next couple of weeks and seeing how I like it. They're doing a pre-release. The guys at Mantic were telling me, and before a wider launch, retail launch. Cool. So that should be interesting. So that is Invincible and the Walking Dead dice games. So that's what Mantic sent me in. Let's see here. What do we got? Magic marker over the label before doing a show. Yeah, I know.
We just keep forgetting.
That's the way it is. Sorry.
We have a box and then we go, ooh, we should open that.
Break out the grapefruit knife. We did. Grapefruit knife is coming. I don't think we'll need it. Well, we might need it for one of the other things.
I don't know.
Let's see here. What is your favorite dice game after Bang the Dice Game? Well, you can't ask me what my favorite game is and then exclude my favorite dice game. That's not fair. So Bang the Dice Game is probably my favorite. I do really like Dice Throne, though. Dice Throne is a dice game, in my opinion. So Dice Throne is super high up. I don't think it's taken over Bang the Dice Game, but I will say that I've played Dice Throne a whole heck of a lot more than I've played Bang the Dice Game recently. Am I boring you?
No, I have the yawns. It has nothing to do with you. It's because I got up really early this morning. We stayed up a little late, and we stayed up late. I just feel emotionally a little spread thin this week. And that's what's coming out there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We stayed up. We watched Billy.
Well, Misty was in town, and she was on iLive the other day, and my best friend, and haven't seen her in a long time. So spent a lot of time catching up, and I probably stayed up a little bit.
Robert Kirkman is sort of how for grit is sort of known for gritty. Yes, that is correct. Walking Dead and whatnot. There's a biopic football starring Mark Wahlberg called Invincible. Oh yeah, no. Yes, Invincible. Mark Wahlberg, Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, where he was a walk-on to an NFL team and actually made the team.
We saw. Did you see this one? I think we watched this.
This was a movie I think that was on our list that I said you needed to watch if we were ever going to have a chance of getting married. Yes, that's one of the. That wasn't the thing.
Wow.
That was the thing because the list is still in existence.
The list is still here.
We've been married for a couple of years, coming up on. So. It was not. That was tongue in cheek. All right.
I know.
The next is we have a bag of stuff that we bought in Ellensburg. So this is probably all I did. I went back and I looked, and all I did was I said we showed some stuff, and I lifted up the bag. Still in the bag. So this was planned.
But it looks yes.
This was not planned. I was just like I actually left this in the car. It's what it's like getting old.
Life is so hard, man.
It's what it's like
Really?
getting old. So here we go.
Paint.
So that's a couple of things that I bought. These two things I bought at this was at the Central City.
City
Comics and Games. Bought that at Central City Comics and Games, and we also bought. I'll go ahead and show this one first.
We have a bunch of kites.
She loves kites.
I do.
So,
in fact, a couple of weeks ago, it was really hot though that day.
Yes.
I was like, I really want to go fly the kites because we have multiple kites of different types.
So we
went to the park and all the
into a
kids
valley.
hated us.
We went into a valley where there's no wind. There's plenty of wind everywhere else, but for some reason we wanted to go into this place.
There was no wind.
There was just no wind. Anyway, bought two of these, and then we also bought kites, which is from Floodgate. Oop, I paid $20 for it. Well, who cares? You know how much I paid for it. Doesn't matter.
No, that doesn't matter.
So I was like, there's a kitescape. And I was like, well, wonder when it was published. And I looked on here, and it says 2023 Floodgate. Manufactured 2022 Q4.
Yeah, so
I'm like, okay, it's recent. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. It's a game designed by Kevin Hamano, and artwork is by Beth Sobel. And I think Beth Sobel... No, that was Elizabeth Hargrave, I think. I can't remember. But I think I remember Beth Sobel's voice as name as an artist, and some pretty cool things. So I decided, let's pick it up. We'll flip over to angle 2 here. And
oh yeah, it was the timer game.
Yeah, and there's a timer in it. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be something that is not going to be a game for me. But she loves kites, so I was like, let's pick it up. Weird. We'll give it a whirl. This is promotional type stuff. So here are the little timers that are up there, and there are different kinds of timers based on the tops of the things here. So,
are they like box kite, diamond kite, speed kite,
moon kite?
I don't know what that one would be.
Well, that looks like a parachute-ish
type.
Oh,
I have one of those. I don't know what it's called. Sled. It's a sled kite.
A sled kite?
Yeah, because they make the full... I think that's what it's called.
Huh. Okay.
We have a bunch of kites.
Yeah.
But we failed at... So
I knew nothing about... We have used the kites in a number of different places before. Like we went out to... What was that place? Out on Bainbridge, on Woodby Island.
We went out to Fort Casey.
We
went out to Fort Casey.
Great place. Let me put this on. We could do that. Great place
to fly kites.
Fort Casey. But
we flew my parents' kite then. I don't think we flew ours. Did we have ours?
No, we took ours up there. Yeah.
I have quite a few kites.
So you have all these timers, and then you have all of these different kinds of kites. So you have the reddies. Hey, I don't know all this stuff. The oranges, the yellows, the blues, the purples. I like the artwork on this. The red and orange ones together are a phoenix.
Yeah.
The red and yellow ones together are a snake. Is that going on there correctly? Yeah. The red and purple ones are dragons. What? And for some reason there are giant crabs in the sky, red and blue. And then orange and yellow are starfish. And orange and purple are butterflies. And then fishies. I don't know. I think I lost how all these combinations, but I'm showing you these combinations because they look cool.
They do look cool.
What is that? Stingray?
Like a jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yeah. And then a stingray.
That would be your stingray.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Storm clouds. Why would you be flying a kite when it looks like that, people? Come on. Oh, those are bad.
Do you want to know my interesting random fact about the fanning feathers that I learned last week?
okay, why are you flying kites this high? Where they are like getting in the way of airplanes. You're flying your kite too high, if that's the case.
You can't see it at that point. We've kind of lost visual.
I know, it's like,
I have a string to nowhere, and I can see an airplane.
I lost my kite, but, there's a plane falling out of the sky now. I hope that isn't entwined.
Okay, my random fact that I learned about the Founding Fathers last week.
Yes.
Because I was researching it for my newsletter. I put some interesting facts about the Founding Fathers on my newsletter, and one of which was they didn't allow Benjamin Franklin to have any input on the actual wording of the Constitution because they thought he was going to slip a joke in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was like, okay, now I kind of like this guy. He was the oldest member of the Congress. He was 83. Yeah. And they said they wouldn't let him actually word it or write it because they thought he was going to slip a joke in it.
All of the different cards look
the same on one side. Okay,
back,
cool.
So don't have to worry about that. But anyway, that was Kites Week. This was like an impulse buy. And I was just like, we'll try it out. We'll see how it works. But
then we have kites.
Kites. And then we also picked up when we were at Windy City.
Yes.
Toys and Games.
Collectibles.
Toys and collectibles. Oh, crap.
I did that.
I just need to put these...
We should have opened the bag.
We should have done the things. We should have done the things. But I also picked up Black Powder's Buccaneers from cool. Which is a Harrow Deep faction for... Oh, I have a thing that needs to be cut.
I wanted to know. So what kind of person was Benjamin Franklin if they thought he was a slipped in joke?
That is funny. That is funny. That's really cool.
I want to know, actually. I want to know, was he like the dad jokes? Like, was he like the bad
He probably would be.
Right?
I can see that. So this is Black Powder's Buccaneers. And of course, there's not a whole lot to show because I have to put these guys together. But it also comes with, cards for both. That's not going to be enough to open this. There we go. So I am going to have to put these together, but I just thought it was a cool thing. Whenever I go to a shop, I try to throw a little bit of support their way, whatever it might be.
We love supporting local businesses.
Yeah.
And whether that's a local business here in Wenatchee or a local business in Ellensburg or Bothell or wherever we're traveling. Supporting small local businesses is super
gives you
important.
Gives you an idea of the starting deck. So this is Black Powder, and that's the inspired side. This is his regular side. But then he has all of his dudes that come along with him, like Shriek and Pegs and Magna and KG. So that's his. This is his war band. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 5 characters that you're going to have in your war band, and they have all their special cards that they can play. I haven't taught you how to play this game yet. You might like it. But that's a cool thing. And then there's just more cards. Because you put the minis together, you paint them, and then the cards are what actually have you play the game. Different things that you can do. So these are all objective cards. Man, they've really upped the artwork on these since I played it last. Pretty. So even the last warband that I bought didn't have artwork like this. So interesting. All right, well, that's the other thing that we bought from that one guy 777. $5. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yep, I'll flip back over to angle 1.
Thank you.
Got a copy of A Few Acres of Snow. Ooh. If I remember right, you enjoyed the game. Yes. A Few Acres of Snow. It has... I can't remember what it's called, but it has a chink in its armor. So if you got a second, or maybe even it was a 3rd edition or something like that, then they changed it, and they took that imbalance out of it. They fixed it. There was an imbalance in it where if you started in a certain spot or did something like that, then you had an advantage. But other than that, that advantage is like a super minuscule, tiny advantage. that you have to actively work to try to exploit. So
but they fixed said problem.
Yeah, they fixed it, but I don't think it was that big of a deal to begin with. That's just my opinion, though. So you have to really play games like that a lot to learn that those
that there's a
things
imbalance.
are there,
yeah.
and then you have to have a lot of experience to be able to really exploit them. So if you're playing the game, oh crap! Well, it's in the box. It's okay. It is a classic, as Kabuki Kid said. So I think you're going to enjoy it. You could even just like completely forget that I said that there's an imbalance, and you might not even realize that there is.
And then play through.
And just play it,
nice.
Have fun with it.
Super.
If you want to learn more about it, go on The Geek. There's been a lot of discussion about it, and it can tell you what it is and all that other kind of stuff, but maybe you don't want to do that. A Few Acres of Snow is a classic. He wrote Poor Richard's Almanac, which is full of wise-ass stuff.
Oh, I have a copy of that.
Yeah.
I just haven't read it, but I have a copy of it on my shelf. I bought it at Monticello.
Yeah. Sebastian Moeller says that he loves me some Underworlds. I'll go get you, because I like showing off sometimes. And this is one of those things where I can show off.
He can.
So I'm going to get
The other thing I learned, I found it was interesting that 3 of the founding fathers died on 4th of July over the years.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That one was a cool one.
Kind of. Anyway, here is my Warhammer Underworlds. This is what I have. I can
big block, big black box.
Big black box. So I can look at this, and here's all of my rule books, and I've got the Spike Claw Swarm here, and I didn't write what this one is, the cards for it. But then I've got down here, I've got a whole bunch of my other sets and tokens and all that other kind of stuff. And then inside these guys, like this is the thing, so these are all my minis in here. And they had to be kind of gingerly put in there, but I've got a whole bunch of different stuff. And yes, I know, it's not all painted. Someday.
How many hours do we need in a day to get to some of our some days? Because I'm thinking
a lot of freaking hours. Let me tell you. Forget about it. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. I thought, I like that. I have this under my desk over there, and I keep it under my desk because all of these minis are underneath the desk that I paint minis on.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, if I just keep it over here,
maybe someday you'll get
it'll be out of the way, and I'll forget about it, and maybe I'll paint them later. And
later happens. And then.
But then I also have Dire Chasm, and I have Dire Chasm here, and then I also have Harrow Deep still in the shrink. So yeah. I think I have another one of these over there.
I thought you did too. I
have a problem.
No.
I like Warhammer Underworlds, and I like that system. So it's like I know I already like it.
So you just get it.
So I just get it.
Yeah, it makes sense. It wasn't a problem.
Well, it makes
it's a good
little sense. Yes, Kabuki Kid said the Halifax Hammer. Yes, that's correct. What sort of snips do you use? I use the Citadel snips. I also have a pair of snips that I just bought at Hobby Lobby, and I use those as well. It just depends on which one. The Citadel ones have a little bit of a sharper blade on them. So yeah, I try to get that to work. What?
She asked, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe were the 3 that died on July 4th.
That's
kind of cool, though.
That's like hard living.
And also, the founding fathers...
It's like on the July 3rd, he's like, no, I can't die yet.
Not today. The founding fathers expected us to celebrate Independence Day on July 2nd.
Why?
Because that was when they started signing. only a few of them signed on July 4th. Most of them
but that's
signed
when
on
it was
August 2nd.
finished.
Yeah, most of them.
That's when it goes into effect.
But
When
I
everything
think it was
is
started
signed.
on the 2nd. They all expected July 2nd to be our
I'm
Independence
all in
Day.
for making it a 2-day.
Oh, I'm up for that. Let's do the 2nd and the 4th, and then we take off the 3rd in between. That sounds great. Let's do that. Let's just
get our congressman on the line.
Let's just not have
our Washington congressman.
Tuesday
kind of stuff.
is the only day we're closed. Can we just change that?
Well,
having only Tuesday really was terrible at preschool.
She probably will. How many signatures are on the Declaration of Independence?
I think it started with 3 people and only 56 signed.
56 signed.
I don't know. I
That's
can't
what she
remember.
said,
I was
56.
reading
That's
it
her
last
answer.
week. That doesn't mean that I remember.
Let's see.
Or 56 started and only 35 or something.
One guy says, "I'm not smart enough to take advantage of the Halifax hammer." So he says, "What? Which is apparently avoidable. It is avoidable." And it's a small little thing,
tiny little glitch
that somebody that played it a million times found it over the course of their 1 million plays. That's a overstatement, but it's avoidable. You can see it coming and you can fight against it. But anyway, it was fixed. I'm pretty sure it was. So it just depends on what copy you got, what version of the game that you got. But again, it's such a small thing. I don't even think you're going to have to worry about it.
I like the
James Monroe is the 3rd. Just looked it up. Didn't know about him. Died on a different year, of course.
Yes.
But cool trivia.
I think 50 years apart. I think it was 50 years later, I think.
56. You nailed it, she said.
That was my happy face right there.
4th of July on a Tuesday gave me a 4-day weekend, so no.
Oh.
She didn't get her
I didn't get a 4-day
weekend.
weekend. I got Tuesday off. And we had preschool on Monday and Wednesday. And cranky kids on Wednesday because everybody stayed up late. And cranky kids on Monday because they were gone for the weekend. And everybody knew that they were going to be staying up. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I only got Tuesday off.
Yep.
You did too. You took Tuesday off.
Yeah, I took it off.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, or
you did take it off.
but I did take it off
Yeah,
because
that was
we did.
We did a family thing. We went out to.
Yeah, we went out to Chelan, out to Lake
Had
Chelan.
a lovely day.
And we
But I could have used a few extra days.
And we posted a 6-second video.
Yes.
That got over 2,000 views.
I'm glad you guys are watching.
I sweat and toil and suffer for some of these videos, and they only get a few hundred views.
But we say happy.
And then I'm like, hey, let's do this. Click, boom, click, 2,000 views.
I'm glad you guys were watching us and celebrating with us on 4th of July.
Yes.
That makes me happy.
We need Election Day as a vacation day here in the U.S.
We could use a few more days as
I wonder if we might have more voter.
If the day was off and everybody could actually vote.
Everybody was off and they could go and vote.
I think that's
a great
idea.
I wonder, though, because I know how some Americans think, they would just say,
oh, another day to barbecue, another day to golf.
Or I'm going to the park. I'm not going to do it. I wonder.
We talked about that on Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. There was a reason.
I never watch YouTube shorts. I tend to loathe them. Yeah, well, see, I don't get them in either because when I do a short, I usually try to get it up to a minute.
Yeah.
And then it usually gets okay viewership. But the shorter I get, it's because people's attention spans are so small.
A 6 second? Yeah,
it's like 6 seconds. Yeah, I can watch that. Oh, they just said Happy 4th of July. Oh, great, cool. That's it. But that's of you. Anyway, I just don't understand the mindset of today's kids. Get off my lawn. That's how I feel whenever I say that.
Now we're back to the generational talk.
TikTok attention spans. Yes,
yep,
that is correct.
That's exactly it.
All right. Well, we've been at it for about an hour and a half. It looks like the chat has slowed down a little bit, but we'll still end this with about 5 to 10 minutes of lightning round, like we always do.
Sure.
Lightning round is going to be you give us 2 choices, and we either have to pick one of those 2 choices, or we can give you a third viable choice as well and explain why We think it is more of a viable choice than the other two that you gave us. So me and the kid will always be here for you unless dinner is ready. Then you're on your own. This is true.
That's true.
Priorities are an important thing. But we're going to do that. Coming up next week, we're going to do a review of... well, I'm going to do a review of where is it? Valbara.
Oh.
I'll be doing Valbara because we were able to get it played with 3 and 4 players over the course of the weekend. So I think I'm pretty savvy on the rules. First of all, I didn't even have to use the rules to teach it for the 3rd or 4 player games. So I'm savvy on the rules. I've got that nailed down, and I've experienced it with all of its player counts. So I think that's good enough for me to do a review now. So I'm going to do that next week. I'm going to try to get a couple more plays of Resist in before I review it. That should be coming up next week as well. And a couple of live plays. I think JT will be back in town on Friday for a playthrough. I don't know what we're going to be playing through, but we'll be doing that live, and you might be joining us as well.
I'm off on Friday.
I don't know.
I don't know
so, but
if he wants me here or not.
Yeah, if you're available, I usually want you here, especially if it's a game that will handle 3 and not take it over the top or anything like that. And we don't have to worry about picking up kids or anything like that either. So
no,
we'll see.
We had the most breaking news thing happen this weekend. I sent one kid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really.
That was.
We had multiple kids here.
That was yesterday.
We had more family members in town than.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, and it was amazing.
Catherine is here. She's visiting from Germany, so she's in town. And then on Wednesday night, was it Wednesday night or Thursday?
Yes, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, Misty came in with her 3 kids.
Yes.
So we
and they are literally our family. They are my kids' other siblings. Like.
So they've been in town, and so yesterday for our live, yesterday for our live, for the 3, we were just like, here, Daphne,
you can drive.
Go
take the family. Go get ice cream or
go
do something. And they did. They all got in the car. They all went.
Don't go away mad. See, just go away.
They went. They
and
left.
away they went, precious.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
It was glorious. Misty and Sam and I got to play, and they did a thing on their own.
And it was cool.
That was really cool.
Came back in one piece, so that was good.
That was even better.
All right, so we do have some things. So
Lightning
that's
round.
just a little bit of what you can look forward to next week. All right. Indy 5 or Indy 4? I think of the two. Indy 5 is better. I think Crystal Skull, it had some points in it. I like Shia LaBeouf. Or LaBeouf, I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, that was good too, though.
I liked him. I liked how he and Indy played off of each other a lot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that show for what it was, but I do think I enjoyed Indy 5 better.
Yeah, me too. It was really good.
Appointment television or binge streaming?
We don't have time for either.
That's true. We usually don't do a whole lot of binge watching of anything.
I would say it's more. We have an hour. We can watch an hour show. Yeah. But it's not quite appointment TV. It's not like a schedule.
It's just like, I need to veg for...
Yeah, I need like just a little bit of time.
It's just like pre-going to bed
It's pretty much, really.
So that's pretty much what it is.
But binge watch, I don't think we have time.
Yeah, so we're going to say neither.
Neither, and an hour when we can.
Yep. Spicy mustard or yellow mustard?
Yellow mustard.
Spicy mustard.
Blech.
I like brown mustard.
Blech.
No. It's super good.
No, blech.
It's the best kind of mustard there is.
French is yellow.
Stone ground stuff. Yes.
Blech.
Nice and spicy brown. That is correct.
Nope.
Ice cream, soft or hard? Soft serve or regular ice cream?
I'll go soft serve.
You're dead to me. Regular is
I mean,
the best.
I like ice cream.
Regular is the best.
Don't eat ice
Soft serve has its place.
Yeah.
But
soft serve can really affect your belly,
like
though. Like
Cold Stone is like...
Oh, yeah. Now, if we're talking like that, something we can mix in,
Yes. Cone or cup?
Okay. Cup, because I'm really messy.
Okay, I will say cup if it's
messy.
one of those cups that you can eat. That's one of the things that I like. I love
like
eating
a
the ice
waffle
cream
cup. Yeah.
with the cone.
I
And
love the
waffle
flavor of the
cones
cone.
are the best.
I love waffle cones.
Yes.
I love cone ice cream. I'm just messy.
Messy Jessie.
So I usually get a cup because I'm a little messier.
Reading a paperback book.
That's my answer.
Dog ear.
No.
Or break binding. Or baby it and try to keep it nice.
Bookmarks. That's
okay,
it.
so that's your third.
That's my third option. It's got to be bookmarks.
She said neither.
You don't break the binding and push it out. You don't dog ear it. You just put a bookmark in it.
Do you know how to break in the binding?
When you
Because that's
pull
a
it
thing.
in?
No. There is the thing. There is an actual process that you can go through and actually break in the binding of a book so that it actually will sit flat.
Yeah.
You know how to do that?
No.
Wow.
Because I keep my books. Would you like me to get my paperback books that I can read, that I've read, so you can see that they're nice?
Negative.
I use a bookmark.
Okay, when you read a hardback, do you remove the dust cover or try to keep it nice? Do you remove the dust cover to keep it nice?
I actually remove the dust cover and read the book as a hardback and then put the dust cover back on when I'm done.
So yes, she removes it to try to keep it nice.
It's usually because I have kind of sweaty palms and they can ruin the dust cover.
Kind of? Oh.
Really
I think she has like microscopic suction cups on her hand because there are times where she can go and rip your skin off. That's what it feels like.
So I usually take off the dust covers.
The dust covers?
Dust.
Protecting it from a low sun in the sky?
Yes, the dusk covers. Dust
all right.
covers.
Yeah, to red lightsaber or green?
Green.
Good answer. Yes, green, because you're a bad guy if it has red. Had me going there for a little bit. All right. So that is about that.
Laugh.
We are about an hour and 40 minutes in now, so we're going to go ahead and call it a time. So we thank you guys for joining us, and gals. We appreciate it. I don't think we have anything else going on.
This week?
No, not that we're going to be able to share. I don't think we have anything else going on.
Well, just stay tuned and you'll see. How about that?
I think I might do something. One thing that I am going to be doing next week, I'm going to start doing, and I feel kind of cheesy because I know other people have done it, but I know that people enjoy it when we do that. So I'm going to be focusing on a shelf and talking about the games on that shelf and why it's on the shelf and that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like it.
So I'm going to start that series. I don't know where I'm going to start. I might start right here in the middle. But Northgard is another review that's coming up here pretty quick too.
Super.
I do want to get it back to the table because Adrian Dinu, the designer, did talk about
he gave you some good feedback.
Yeah, he gave us some great feedback about some of the rules that we messed up in our playthrough.
We want to play it again the right way.
They were all kind of small-ish things, and some of it was I just wasn't paying attention to what Brian was doing. It was Brian's first time. I'm not throwing anything off of him. It's my responsibility, and he was doing some stuff that he shouldn't have been allowed to do because I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. I was trying to.
We will try to correct that and play again.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're going to do another live. We might do another live. Because JT wants to play it as well.
Yeah, I really liked the live review you did. I thought that was kind of nice.
Yeah. That has to. I got to tighten in the timing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we got to work on that.
That's that.
That's what you got coming up.
So that is it. You're welcome, Kabuki Kid. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
you for helping us with moderation. I know that there's not a whole lot of moderating that you have to be doing, but that's a good thing. That's
appreciate you. Thank you.
That's a positive thing for our community that we have curated here. Not really curated, but
not the right word.
Yeah, not the right
support.
Word. No, it's the support that we have here. The people who support the channel, the people who show up, they're good people.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you for being that way. Would you ever go on the Undead Vikings live chat show he does weekly, the Alaboom? It's on late, so don't know if you're even available. Man, I would do almost anything with Lance.
Oh yeah.
Lance is a great guy. He's one of my best friends in the industry. So if I know he's at a convention, he's one of those people that I go and search for. So because I know he's got a big hug waiting for me, and I've got a big hug waiting for him. So if I will actually reach out
That's a good suggestion.
to him
Thank you.
and see about that, and let him know that one of you guys asked.
That's a good suggestion.
So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.
Bye.
Take care.
What did you giggling about? What did I do?
Nothing.